folks, and welcome to PLKitty and this special Ipsy bag unbagging. I am doing the same format as I did last month, where I'm going to do a quick review of the past products, and then an unbagging, and then a look. So I'm gonna try to get through this a little bit quicker than the last one. So first up, this was the bag from last month. So we had this lovely little sparkle bag, and the theme was Girl Meets Glitter. Which is pretty fun. And in the bag we had a number of different products. I also have a couple of products that I didn't get to review before, so I will include those here as well. First up was actually the Nyx Eyeshadow. There we go. So I didn't get to play with this before. Not so much I didn't get to, I just wasn't specifically playing with it because I had other shadows that were very similar. But it actually fits very well with the Girl Meets Glitter because it is kind of a gold shimmery. I do have it on now, and I've actually been quite enjoying it. It goes on really nice. It's a nice kind of golden shimmery pigment that you can layer well, so it can be kind of just like a very shimmery taupe, or it can go on a little bit more gold as you kind of put more and more layers on, and that I find the control with that is really good. So it can, you know, be kind of more subdued, or it can be a little bit darker. I actually found that it actually was very similar to the Be a Bombshell. So see if I can show you some swatches here. So they actually go really well together, and you can layer them well together. So I have both of these on today, actually. So see if I can, there we go. So those are the two colors. And one of the cool things actually about the Be a Bombshell was it actually didn't arrive in my Ipsy bag this month, or this past month. I actually contacted Ipsy and said, you know, hey, I didn't get this particular product. And they were very quick to say, you know, hey, no problem, we are going to ship you out one. And I would have been happy if they had just sent it with the next Ipsy bag, but they actually sent it separately. So I got a chance to actually play around with it. They do call it, so it is the Be a Bombshell. I like the logo, is pretty cool. And there we go. So Submissive was the name, eye base, and I looked into it a little bit before I wanted to talk about it, because as eye base for me, I would think of like a primer type of thing. It doesn't seem to have like any of those particular properties, but it can go on very sheer. If you just kind of put one layer on, you can kind of add more layers to get a little bit more in depth. But I find that it is still a fairly sheer product. So it works best, I think, when you are layering other powder colors on top of it, but it does adhere to those other colors really, or the powder really well, and does create some really kind of great depth of color, and does last really well when you do the combo. So I actually have it right now with a little bit of pink shadow over top, and I liked it. It goes on really nice. It goes on really nice and smooth. And like I say, I mean, it depends on what you like. If you like the kind of sheer look, then this is a great product for you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It wasn't like a wow product for me, but I think it's okay. The next product that I want to talk about is the J.Cat. This one I find really hard to read the label. So packaging wise, they could do a lot better with this. The black on top, I mean, it's because of the color of the lip product inside. So the Wonder Lip Paint, and I never did actually find the color on here, but I know that it is on here somewhere. Red Potion. It's actually on the UPC code. So that is actually a little bit easier to read. I didn't like this product, actually. It goes on very, like, it's very liquidy, and when it goes on, I feel like it adheres right into the cracks, and so it's really bad for bleeding. If you actually have an anti-bleed stick, then, you know, maybe that's not as big a deal for you. But I have a lot of products that work better than this. And I also felt like it didn't necessarily seep into the skin, and kind of, like, I expected this to be more of a lip stain, so it would be absorbed into the lip and not transfer. But I found that it's actually really messy. I found that it did actually transfer onto things. It is very liquidy though, so it doesn't have that, like, really sticky film, which can be a plus, I guess. And I really liked the color. But for me, that was just not my favorite product. I wouldn't get another one of those. But on the other spectrum of things, we've got the Elizabeth Mott You're So Fine waterproof liquid eyeliner in Glitterati, and I've got that on as well. It goes on quite nicely, and I really like the color. Like, it's basically just a black. There's a little bit of shimmer to it. When you actually take it out of the bottle, you can kind of see there's, like, sparkle to it. But it doesn't necessarily go on as, like, this lumpy, clumpy thing that can sometimes happen when you're adding glitter. It goes on quite smooth. The only thing is, I've actually used this quite a bit over the past month, and so the bristles on the brush are actually getting a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks actually pretty smooth there, but they are getting deformed a little bit. And so it doesn't go on quite as smoothly as when I first started using it. So that's unfortunate. I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the Stila liquid liner applicator. And so I would like to have seen an applicator like that, I guess. But overall, I thought it's pretty good. It lasts, you know, reasonably well. It does start to kind of flake by the end of the night. So you might want to consider that if you're going to be wearing it all day and into an evening event. You may actually have to redo your makeup if you're wanting that to last for the evening. But I overall really, really enjoyed that product. I would potentially consider another one, except for the like I say, the brush starting to kind of deteriorate. And I'm not really hard on them, and it's not like I'm cleaning it or anything. I'm just, like, taking it out and lining and putting it back in to the base. So I don't know. The next product is the Marc Anthony Oil of Argan Morocco hairspray. It's in a extra hold infused with keratin. So it's supposed to be kind of good for your hair, but also gives pretty good hold. I've got that in right now, and it's, you know, holding reasonably well. I don't know that I would necessarily call this a extra hold, but I guess that's all relative. Extra compared to what? So extra to me, I would think, is a strong hold, a firm hold. I'm not sure that it's quite there. I would say that it's kind of more of a medium hold. It's not so light that it's just for, like, flyaways. but it's not like the contact cement that you would necessarily want to use if you were doing like a really fancy updo that you wanted to last through an event like a wedding or a dance or, you know, that type of thing. But, you know, it works reasonably well, especially for the type of things that I might do. So, you know, if I'm doing something like this, I don't know that this would necessarily hold all day, but it's, you know, holding fairly well. It's got some kind of give to it. It does, and it doesn't feel quite so tacky as some hairsprays can do. But that's the give that you get when you're talking about hold versus how it actually feels on the hair. And the last product that I want to talk about is actually this Temptu highlighter, which I don't have on right now. And I'm not sure that this is actually going to work. I thought I would actually just kind of rub some on camera to show the difference on both sides. So this side I've just put the highlighter, and you can kind of see how the light's hitting it, but I actually have quite a bit of light in here today, so it kind of washes it out a little bit. But on this side I don't have any of the highlighter here or here, and on this side I do. I mean, it works all right this way. The product is actually an airbrush product, so it is actually meant to be used with their airbrush systems. So it is actually a product that can be used in their airbrush system, or it can be used separately. It is a silicone-based makeup that is meant to actually highlight and define. So I think that you would have a different effect if you were actually using the airbrush system. It's actually, you know, fairly expensive, but it might be something that you're interested in looking into. If you are, then I will put the information in the description below. Looks like you can get a system for around $200. You can actually buy kits that actually come with the system and then a bunch of different colors that kind of gets you started right away. So it's kind of, it is meant to be more of a professional product. But it is pretty interesting. It was kind of a cool thing to test out. I don't necessarily do a whole lot of play with, you know, highlighting and defining as much as maybe I should. So maybe that's a good product for me to have gotten to kind of play with that. I don't know if I notice enough of a difference that I would actually go out and spend the money to buy a product like this. But I do find that it does actually highlight, as it says it does. Just gives that little bit of extra shine or boost or I guess contrast in a way to your makeup. So I think that that's really interesting. The only other product that I was meant to talk about today was actually nail polish. And I actually haven't had the time to do a manicure, pedicure for myself over the past month. So unfortunately, I haven't gotten a chance to look at that, which is unfortunate because I also got a fantastic glitter nail polish that I wanted to try with it. So I will probably actually do that over the next few days, and I will probably post pictures on my social media about that. So hopefully you'll check that out there, and I will actually just talk about it in the next video when I review the next month's or this month's products next month, if that makes sense. So here is my bag, and we will see what this month's theme is and what's inside. I already smell something really good. Oh, so it's a cute little satiny bag with a little heart emblem there. And The theme is You Are a Brave Soul. There we go. Our thoughts are filled with you this month. Thank you for 2014, filled with beauty, laughter, and inspiration. You've given us so many reasons to smile, and we look forward to an awesome 2015. So spread the good vibes. When you snap a pic of your December glam bag, use thinking of you. So hashtag thinking of you and hashtag Ipsy. And tag all the fearless heroines, talented beings, creative geniuses, brave souls, and inspiring originals that made this year one of the all-time best. So that's pretty cool. It actually really fits in with a new video series that I'm wanting to start on actually my other channel. So that's really interesting to me. So let's see what's inside. We've got NYX Butter Lip Balm in Parfait. And we've got some Cailyn Just Mineral Eye Polish. This is really interesting. So it actually looks like nail polish. It's very glittery, so it's really hard to focus in on here. Unfortunately, that's not going to focus very well. We've got some Tart Lights Camera Lashes. I've actually wanted to try the Tart mascara or Tart. I love Tart products. So I'm interested to try that out. Again, with the glittery. Yeah. And then we've got some Nourish Organic Renewing Eye Cream in Avocado and Argan. Normal for normal to dry skin. Could definitely use some of that, especially this time of year. And then we've got some Coolway Boost Repair. Revolutionary Hair Repair Serum with Amino Lock MAB molecule. That's pretty cool. Guess this way. Which is awesome because I just actually ran out of the Alterna that I had. So I am needing a new one. So that's great. I will get to test that out. So I don't know that there's necessarily so much here to actually create a look with. So I don't know that I'll actually do a look this month. So hopefully you've enjoyed this look at the Ipsy bag unbagging. I'm sorry I didn't do a look for this month, but so many things to unbox and record, and I just don't have time to do everything. So I hope that you guys have a fantastic holiday season, and we will see you again in January.